do the PowerPoint presentation for the Medicaid Company AWS infrastructure design. In our team, I'm Stefan and Blair.
Hello.
So next, that is our architecture. In our architecture, it's include the AWS our application firewall, and then we have the internet, and then there's like 6 instances for the web tier and application tier, and then we use these instances with the classic load balancer and then auto scaling. And then we have two databases. The one is for the main databases, and then the another one is standby. If the main databases is full, and the standby is going to be the backup. And then we use the basket and IAM for the security things. Now, player gonna present for the service identification and all of their services. Player, are you ready?
So for service identifications, we have web application firewalls, WAF, virtual private cloud, VPC, elastic compute cloud, EC2, auto scaling, elastic load balancing, relation database service, simple storage service, identity and access management.
Web application firewall. This provides protection for user web applications from web exploits such as SQL, XSS, and much more. In our design, we launched WAF to get control over how traffic reaches the application to avoid availability affection, security compromises, and exclusive of resources. Virtual private cloud. This is a service that allows you to create a private, isolated selection of the ASW cloud where you can launch and connect ASW resources. It provides control over your network configuration, including IP ranges, subnets, and security settings. In our design, we need to create various subnets and configuration network gateways. The selection of IP ranges attached with the choice of VPC. This ensures the necessary network services to diagnose assistant application in each environment. Elastic Compute Cloud. This is one of the major parts of cloud computing platform of ASW. EC2 is a web service offered by Amazon Web Services that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud. This allows you to run virtual machines and servers, known as instances, which can quickly be scaled up or down based on your computing needs. These instances can be used for various purposes, such as hosting applications, running virtual desktops, or processing data. In this design, we launch AWS EC2 instances in the web tier and application tier, respectively. Autoscaling is an Amazon Web Service feature that automatically adjusts the number of computing resources, such as Amazon EC2 instances, within a specific group. The goal of autoscaling is to ensure that applications or system maintains desired performance levels, even in the face of variable workloads or demand functionality. We launched Amazon EC2 in autoscaling groups to solve no automatically handled unexpectedly increased traffic load or replace unhealthy instances in our design.
Elastic load balancing is auto scaling, and we're gonna use for auto scaling is Amazon Web Services that automatically distribute incoming application or network traffic across multiple targets, such as EC2, and to ensure no single instance bear too much load. ELB plays a cycle role in the enhancing the availability and fault tolerance of application by distributing traffic shamelessly. So, CLB for web tier and application tier that support HTTP, HTTPS, and TCP protocol. That service also make the architecture links and as architecture continue providing the equal quality of services, even if some resources break down. So we use the database, and that's manage the database services provided by Amazon Web Services and simplify the process of setting up, operation, and scaling related with the database. In the cloud, we have several database version, which is MySQL, Postgres, and Marian, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. For this project, I used Microsoft SQL Server addition for the backend database, where it's posted by Amazon RDS as the database engine in our design. So S3 basket is very simple. It is for the backup. So it is web-based cloud object storage services. So in our design, I have S3 basket, and it's common use for file storage from the database and to store the logs. And then IAM is which is related with the securely management access to AWS resources. IAM enable you to control and manage access AWS services and resources by creating and managing user group and permissions. So in our design, we could configure access permission to confirm to AWS best practice and strictly control the access to all metadata information with sensitive, personally identifiable informations. So for the user and group, and then we have system admin group and DB admin group and monitors and developer. We don't have a lot of like system admin. We just only have two system admin, two database admin, and for the monitoring staff, we have four monitoring staff because like there's a full stage on web tier, application tier, database, and manager. For the developer, it's just one developer we need in this project. And then for the next slides, we have the permission for the group and user. For the system admin, we need the programming access and then a management console access. Database admin is same as like the system admin, and for the monitoring group is they just only need the management console access. For the developer is same as like a monitoring group. So for the user authentication, I use the IAM, Identify Access Management. Password policy is minimum password length gonna be the 8 and one uppercase, one lowercase, and no arithmetic character and no number. For the password policy, and I enable the password expiration is 90 days and prevent password use too. And IAM group to allow the admin group to have programming access. For we use the IAM role administrator to allow secure programming access when a user need to assume that role. So and then enable virtual multi-factor authentication for the administrator users because like in this day we have a lot of like cyber attack. So that multi-factor authentication is gonna work for the attacks. So network security is I just assign the IP address. The development is 10.0.0.0/16 and for the testing is 172.16.0.0. In the actual configuration, I just only use the testing subnets CID range. For the develop, this one is just for the development center that I am going to show in the PowerPoint slide. In the actual configuration, we just only use the testing that I mentioned above. So this one is the test subnets. It's 172.16.1.0, 3.0, and 5.0 for the web app database 1 and web app database 2, and I use the 172.16.2.0, 4.0, and 6.0 that I shown in the picture. And then what application tier, the communication. So I use the Amazon Linux. And then here is 172.16.1.36. And I just use the SSH login to application from the web Linux. So I use the general purpose instances CPU to memory 4. Now I can use the Linux instances 2 to 4, so I just only use the 3 in my real diagram. For the web application tier, and that I'm show you here is internal and external. So security group name is gonna be web security group, and application group security group name gonna be the app security group. I just use the source port for the web tier is port 80, and then application tier is 8888. For the database, I use the 433. So next, and business continuity is like I just use Linux OS, type is T3, and then Cycling Maximin and Xlarge for the apps, and configuration is like web tier, app tier, and role is developer, and security groups for the security group is I use the 6net admin. Here is also like same. I use a VPC for production and supplement, and then illustrate load balancing is I use the classic load balancer. So here's a demo video link, and you can go to this link to watch the real configuration. That is my YouTube channel, and here is speed run video for my actual configuration. Just let's watch it. Alright, so thank you, and see you in the next presentation or project. Thank you.